We are 3 days away from the Scotties final. It will be a busy day here at Revolution Place in Grand Prairie. They've been having a blast, perched atop the standings since day one.
Angle it back and out the side. What a shot!
However, Alberta has hit some speed bumps over the last couple days. 2 losses means first place is no longer a sure bet.
They've been so good at these. Oh, they're wonderful at these.
Nova Scotia has played well at times in Grand Prairie, but they need to wrap up their round robin on a hot streak if they hope to reach the playoffs. Can Jill Brothers steer her Mayflower crew to a win in Draw 14? The Scotties, next. It is the final full day of round-robin play here at the Scotties in Grand Prairie, Alberta. 35th edition of the Scotties Tournament of Hearts. Our feature matchup, Alberta taking on Nova Scotia this morning. Let's take you back last night, Draw 13 and some fabulous shot making. We begin with Jennifer Jones, Team Canada, chasing after their 5th straight win.
And we knew that going in, Marie-France Larouche would be in tough. Just has not played that much this year, and last night on the ice was really evident against a team that has played so very much.
Jennifer Jones on the nose for 3, make the final 10-3, and that 1-2 start for Jennifer, so 2005 right now. She's rolling. Speaking of Manitoba skips, Carey Anderson also putting up the W's.
In one of the Scotties that we have seen the most points scored for and against, Carey has always found a way to score multiple points at least once, and this 3 would be the difference in the game against Northern Ontario.
She loves the hitting game. Lovely draw there. She wins that one 9-6 over Krista McCarville. So both these teams in the hunt for that 1-2 page playoff game. Alberta leading the way, that 7-2 record. Team Canada 6-2 as well. Jennifer Jones always heating up this time of the week. We'll be watching closely for those teams with 4 losses today. We are glad you're watching our coverage on TSN. Coming inside the building, Brian Moudre and Kathy Gauthier with you. Chelsea Carey had a bit of a stumble yesterday afternoon in that loss to Manitoba. Only 2 losses, though. And how about this? At the end of the day, if she can win 2 games, she'll wrap up a spot in that 1-2 page playoff game. What more could you ask for?
Well, a pretty nice position for Chelsea Carey and her Alberta team to be in. And in those losses, Brian's, she shot 70%. Now, that's not maybe awful, but that is 15% lower than her average. So shows that when she's off that little bit, it makes a difference. But she loves the big shots and sees them so well.
Little run back, keep calm and carry on. That's the slogan for the parents, and she's been doing fabulous. Meantime, when you talk about Nova Scotia, it was a rocky start for Jill Brothers. Not on the ice, but she wasn't feeling well. She was sick, so she missed her first game. But she's been great medicine for her team since coming back. It is really hard with her at skip to score big points against Nova Scotia.
And that really is telling for how Jill calls the game and how she manages the ice. When you take a look, this is not including the first game that she was not there. 3rd fewest points in the field have been scored against her, and for Chelsea Carey, almost one of the highest. Something's going to give in this game. Will it be the team that scores the most or the team that gives the least?
So Chelsea Carey guaranteed at least a tiebreaker at this point. If she wins both her games today, she'll find herself in that 1-2 page playoff game. First Rock next from Grand Prairie, Alberta on TSN.
The 2016 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is brought to you by Cashmere Bathroom Tissue. Nothing feels like cashmere. The 2016 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. By Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada. And by Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice.
If you're curious as to who will make the playoffs of this year's Scotties, this is the day to watch. Over on Sheet A, Saskatchewan taking on Newfoundland Labrador. Jolene Campbell, 4 losses. Alberta, Nova Scotia, our feature game on Sheet B. Sheet C, Quebec, 4 losses coming in, taking on Team New Brunswick. And over on Sheet D, it is Northern Ontario, 5-3, taking on British Columbia at 1-7. It is time to meet the teams in our feature game, brought to you by Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice.
Hi, I'm Chelsea Carey, skip of Team Alberta. Our lead is Lainey Peters, second Jocelyn Peterman, third is Amy Nixon, and we play out of the Glencoe Club in Calgary.
Hi, I'm Jill Brothers, skip of Team Nova Scotia. Our lead is Terry Udall, our second is Jen Brine, our third is Sarah Murphy, and we curl out of the Mayflower Curling Club in Halifax.
That draw to the button before the game is so important, and that was won this morning by Team Nova Scotia, and Jill Brothers are throwing the Yellow Rocks, Alberta the Red Rocks. And to start things off, the final full day of round robin play, it will be the lead, Lainey Peters, who's waving at her skip. All right, Chels, we're ready to rip here. Put the broom down.
Line's good.
It's a little down. 2. Go then. Yep.
Room.
Not bad. 3.
Not moving yet.
Yep. 2. Yep.
So Kathy, Alberta wrapping up their schedule. Nova Scotia right now in our feature matchup, and later on tonight they'll take on Jolene Campbell and Team Saskatchewan. And it's always nice on the final full day of round robin play to control your own destiny, so to speak, and get yourself in that 1-2 game.
Well, it really is. And also the way that the schedule worked out for the Alberta team and Chelsea Carey, they do not play that final round robin game tomorrow morning. So really want to control their own destiny today and then have a little bit of a rest tomorrow morning in anticipation of the playoffs if they're able to come through today in a good place.
Wait only. Okay. We're out there.
Might just come down a bit.
Jen. Anyone. Line's good. Line's nice.
Still running.
Can you finish?
Not yet, no.
Yeah, finish it. Go.
Nice,
Yeah,
Carey.
hard.
Well, one of the things Alberta had to do was recover from their loss yesterday. Would have had some discussions last night. But for today, it really is about setting things up early and letting Lainey lead the way. There is a significant difference in the lead positions. And for Chelsea Carey, we saw yesterday, she has made some big weight shots. Has had some spotty performance when it comes to draw weight. She's made some beautiful ones and then missed significantly. So it is about finding that draw weight and hanging on to it.
9.
Okay, whoa, we're tapping in behind. 12-9.
Well, and draw weight is a theme that we've definitely seen this week, and one of the big contributing factors to the big points going up and not being placed on the board. And for Jill Brothers and her team, Jill leads to a conservative style of play. Will prefer to hit, but sometimes you do need to draw. And with this Chelsea Carey team, knowing that she loves the big shot, knowing she lines those big bang situations up so well, has to protect against giving up a pile with Chelsea Carey throwing that last rock.
The keys to the game this morning brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures.
Yeah, keep it going. Yeah, right over. Okay, it's like a 14? Yes. I think even a 14-4. Like, it's okay to be top 8. Okay.
Line's close.
Go. Okay, we gotta go on that. Okay, go then. Right to it. 6, 5.
Line's good, room.
You got room. Right to it.
Nixon in. Lots of
5.
line. Tons of line. Keep
4.
going. Yep, get it there.
No, we're 5.
Okay,
Those
right
numbers
to it,
they're
right
calling
to it,
out,
right to
Kathy,
it,
those are
right to
the
it.
zones on the ice.
Hard.
They are, and it's interesting. At one point, they were calling 4, and so even though they just wanted Amy Nixon to sweep to try to encourage the rock to curl, at one point you heard when they said 4, Chelsea said, well, just go, because all of a sudden line was not as important as getting the rock closer to the Yellowstone and not leaving a high stone in the house.
Second stones for this game this morning for Nova Scotia coming from Jennifer Brine. And Nova Scotia doing the rotation of just their seconds. So every game, Jennifer and Bliss Joyce will switch up. And the whole reason behind that, Kathy, is that there's new moms on this team, and it's been a very busy schedule on and off the ice. So that was really the only way that they could even keep a team and form a team and compete in provincial playdowns and qualify for here. Jill did say if they do qualify for the playoffs, it will be Bliss Joyce that will play in those playoff games, and she left that up to both Jennifer and to Bliss to talk about.
And I think that that is really smart that they have actually planned this out through the entire order. It's not if we're winning, this person goes in, or against this team. It is a pure rotation, and knowing what will happen if they move forward. The other thing I found really ironic, Brian, is that when you look at the statistics after 13 draws, it doesn't matter whether Bliss throws or Jen throws. Their statistics are identical.
And it's been very busy as well. Brothers has a 10-month-old son, Casey. Joyce has a son named Oscar, about the same age. So a lot to deal with, especially in talking with Jill when she wasn't feeling well early on in the week. She's trying to compete at a Scotties here. Also has a newborn, so lots to juggle for this team.
Give you less ice.
It's one of the beautiful things about the sport, Kathy, is that all of our competitors work so hard at this game, but they're not the multi-millionaires. You're not going to hear Aaron Rodgers talking about having to take care of a young baby coming up when he's preparing for a championship game. And that's the sacrifice that a lot of these players have to make, because they're not making the big bucks. A lot of them have to work outside of curling and chase the passion they love here on the ice.
I would say the majority of them do, and I think sometimes it's easy to be harsh on what you see if there's misses, but you need to remember that this is a passion for these players. This is what they do when they're not taking care of their children, when they're not working and having careers. This is what they do because they love, but it is still very much an amateur sport, and you have to find a way to live.
And for the record, before I get any tweets here, I'm not reporting that Aaron Rodgers and Olivia Munn are pregnant and having a baby. I just threw his name out there. I am not Adam Schefter. Breaking NFL stories here at the Scotties.
Try to get to know Sarah.
Yeah, I think so. 85?
I'm sure Aaron Rodgers is shocked this morning as he listens.
Yeah, watching our coverage in Green Bay.
Back 8.
We are actually online, though, on ESPN, on their website. So there are viewers tuning in online in the United States. We say hi.
Wait. Jen.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Yep. Whoa.
Just trying to change the angles a little bit.
Nice.
Like that?
Yeah, we do the same thing, no?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to
How
get
telling
the
is
shot,
this
though.
stat, Kathy, when it comes to having that hammer in the first end?
Pretty significant. That LFSFE is the last stone first end. So Brothers undefeated when she has it. And for Chelsea Carey, that's the more significant one. In those two losses, did not start with hammer. And we absolutely know that statistically, if you are able to score one, even one in the first end, it does give you a dramatic increase in your success rate to win the game. And if you score two, that goes up much, much higher.
Does that surprise you, Kathy? It's such a long game. It's a 10-end game, and the first end is the first end. There's so much curling after the first end. Does that surprise you?
In a little bit, it does, how strong the numbers are. I think it does speak to confidence. It speaks to getting off to a good start. It certainly isn't a suggestion by any means that if you lose last rock, you should fold your tent and go home and save yourself 3 hours. But it really is a strong indicator. The scoring, not even hammer as much as who scores first, tends to rule the day. Trying to see if they can get the drag by hitting the yellow onto the red. For sure that one will go, and at least trying to chip that red stone that is now shot away.
Sarah Murphy. Third stones for Team Nova Scotia.
Keep going.
Carey Udall on the brush, trying to hold that line, get it by that red guard, and they'll miss everything in the house.
As it came out of my mouth. I think so, because it's pretty hard. Like,
So nice from the other end.
Just grazes it.
Do it even here. I don't think we can hurt ourselves.
I like it.
I had you there. We probably need a little more, though. We'll have to get by, hey?
That's right, just a touch. Okay.
I don't think we need to guard. That red's not going anywhere for 2 shots, right?
Okay, she can't nose and get both?
Well, she's killing her yellow.
Okay.
So our red stays. So I think we just go right to it.
Okay.
If we can throw a guard if we like that better, I just don't know that we need to.
Are we going right to ours over here?
Ideally, yeah, but short's the miss. Like short's okay, top 4, because she's killing her back yellow, so then our rock will stay there and be shot.
Okay.
Nixon's was 14-6 I had.
Okay.
So
Sounds
I gotta give you like at that or less. Okay?
Yeah, we're thinking like a 5-10.
Yeah, okay, I like it.
Okay, you got it, Chelsea.
So like draw to the button.
Yeah.
Chelsea very much explaining that even
Wait's all there!
if Sarah had hit that stone on the nose, one red would have gone, the yellow would have gone behind the red. She feels it's going to take Jill Brothers 2 shots to move it, and that, of course, is all she has left. So going on the aggressive.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Yep, yes! Whoa! Okay.
So skip stones here underway in 1. You see
I knew it was light.
Alberta shot stone, touching
Really
the hearts
light. What was that?
without hammer.
Okay.
You're thinking like an 8.
Something? Yeah. Yeah, just nose is best, right?
Yeah.
This way is not that great. Even inside of nose,
Yeah.
but
Where do you want the broom? There?
that's good.
Okay.
We're not sure how far it's moving,
Okay.
but
It's looking for the
The one
drag
behind our
off that
yellow will
yellow-red
go for sure.
combo onto
The
the
one on
red
the
that's in
button.
the 4-foot area. For sure we'll lose that red one, and the yellow one that is currently second shot will be gone as well. But for Jill Brothers, will open up at least an option and force Chelsea Carey to either play that out-turn side, which will leave the in-turn tap on her final. Just trying to change the complexion, because the rock situation is not very good right now for Nova Scotia.
Jill Brothers, her first here in 1.
go, 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 go!
Little
Hard,
drag, and
Sarah.
she'll get 1 red to go. The other one
Good.
spills out and now
Very nice.
unlocks it off that yellow stone.
Well, it does, but now there are 3 yellow Nova Scotia stones in the house, and you can see that run.
More, eh?
No.
The
no, I
yellow
don't-
red
I
is
think
there?
even if you got up to nose, you weren't moving it further than that.
This goes right onto this now, doesn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Normal? Like there?
Yep.
It's hard to roll too far, isn't
I
it?
think it's pretty straight here based on the way
Yeah,
there's
the draws
a
are
front on here.
straight.
Okay.
So like that with normal?
I like it. We can even probably throw more on the 10 side of things.
Yeah, easy normal I like. I could hit the inside one too, but I'm not sure that's any better.
It's not a bad call to try it, even if you tick off of it and get a bit of a,
Yeah,
like what we played.
same kind of weight.
Just here.
Yeah.
So it is a bit about elimination of yellow stones, and it is also about rolling underneath those 2 red.
Should go fairly straight here based on the draws.
Yeah.
If we tick the outside one, it's probably not awful.
So we always talk about that drag
Just
effect,
tick.
Kathy. The yellow stone on the
Sounds
right,
good,
to the
Chels.
right of the
Nice
broom.
throw here.
If
Trust
she ever
it.
hits the rock right beside the broom a little too thick, could that drag and hit the red, or is that possible?
If you hit that yellow stone on the outside, it drags directly onto that red stone. And so they were going to play the hit and the roll off that stone, electing to play the hit and the roll off second shot now. But that is why she's not playing the double.
Whoa! Joss! That's good. That's good. That's good.
And she'll hit the 1, and the nice thing about that is that it is in there for second shot.
Yep.
That is key.
Just bump to give up 1.
So, or you can play that for 2.
No.
Nope.
No, that's so hard. And it's like spinning back on that, probably.
What kind of weight you throwing?
Same as what you threw, maybe?
Okay.
I mean, we can definitely get a piece of the button.
Yep. I threw an 85.
Okay.
With tap weight, And this is one of the reasons why Jill has not
Do you want
given
to hold
up
it up here
massive
for me?
amounts of points as many of the other teams have. A lot of people would play the hit run on this, which would be an all or nothing shot, but she's playing the tap to the 4 foot. So if you make it, fantastic, you get your 1. But if you're a little bit off, for sure she wants to outcount second shot and minimize the damage.
It's really easy too. We could jam on that back really easy, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
10:08.
I was thinking like 85.
Okay.
Or more. Do we need more than that? Back. For
So
back
just
8?
a bump then?
Well, we can bump the button.
Yes, no, I know.
We need more than back 8 probably, eh?
Yeah, I think so.
I think 80.
80?
And 80, Kathy, the split time.
Yeah, you know, if she was throwing a draw, they wouldn't be saying 80. They're trying to encourage her that this is a path that's further out there, and also the weight that she'll need to tap that stone to the lid for shot.
Weight's nice.
Jen.
Hard, Jen!
Hard! Hard, Jen, hard! Okay, whoa.
Yes.
So this final stone here for Jill Brothers, and
Good, Jill.
curls way too much. So a steal of 2 early here for Team Alberta and Chelsea Carey out of the Glencoe in Calgary.
.44 curlers started the week with a chance to drive away in an all-new 2016 Ford Edge Sport in the annual Ford Hot Shots competition. That number trimmed down to just 2. The final, PEI's Robin Green against Team Canada's Jennifer Jones. And Jones, the 5-time Scotties champion, came up so big in that final round, almost perfect, scoring 29 of a possible 30 points. So Jennifer Jones wins the Ford Hot Shots, and with it, a 2-year lease on the Made in Canada 2016 Ford Edge Sport.
That lady's also been driving right up the standings. Jennifer Jones, Team Canada, off this morning, but they've won 5 in a row. Everyone chasing Chelsea Carey, including Nova Scotia now in this game, a 2-0 advantage. And a big steal of 2, Kathy, in that opening end.
It really was for Jill Brothers for sure. She had conceded that maybe if she doesn't make it perfect, she gives up 1. But to come light on that tap was unfortunate.
2. Okay, you're going to have to stop just a second. 2. Yep. Go. Go. Cross center a little. Go.
See Laney's first one, top 4, and now the center guard.
6-5.
Top 4. Stay close.
Low line right now.
Low
No
line.
We're way out. Jen.
Still sliding.
We're on the corner.
Oh.
Yep. We could have gone on that, guys. Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Top 12, even tight's okay.
Okay, tight's okay. It's like a 15 and a half.
No, like 15. Mine was a 4.3 over there, right?
Like it's close to your weight you threw last time, right?
Okay.
4.9.
Well, that port is a little bit larger now for Jocelyn to go through. And to get on top of that stone placed by Laney on her first.
4, 3, 4.
Like it full 12.
Jocelyn Peterman, a former
Next, go.
Run it.
Canadian
Next, go,
junior
get it
champion
by.
for Alberta.
Run it.
Okay, Laney then. Get it by this too. Yep. Hard behind it. Go. Every inch. Okay. 4-2.
Okay. Try to get that on your way by. Whoa.
Sarah.
No.
Sarah.
No. Whoa. Terry. Whoa, okay.
Jolene Campbell and Team Saskatchewan in a lot of close games this week. They come in with that 5-4 record. One of those teams that
Okay.
Cannot afford another loss,
Okay.
and look at the pressure here being applied.
Should be close,
Courtesy
eh?
Newfoundland Labrador
We can
and Stacey
probably
Curtis.
be
Final
at the
stone to
back
come
within
here from
seconds.
Jolene.
Oh, certainly
let her know.
facing a lot of grief. I'm not sure if she can get shot, Brian, because of that stone on the right. Would need to get a bite of the hearts, but if she can get to full 4, it will be just a steal of 1. And facing 3, that would look pretty good to Jolene Campbell and her Saskatchewan team right about now.
Good. Line's good. Wait only.
Line's good.
Line's good. Right on the tee line.
She is an intense
Line's
customer,
good.
Jolene Campbell,
Stay close.
Okay,
Gotta
count if we go.
out of the Highland Curling
It's
Club in
gotta
Regina.
go.
Backing, just let her die.
Just waiting for it to make its move. Curling up a bit, and it's a steal of 2, so not a bad shot. And limits the damage 2-0. Newfoundland Labrador after 2 in a must-win game for Team Saskatchewan this morning. In our feature matchup, it's Jennifer Bryan trying to clean things up out front.
Get it, get it, get it. Nice.
Bang, bang, Reds go.
Nice shot, and rolls underneath the long guard. Lovely shot.
14-9.
It's funny, you talked about this revolving rotation of the second position, Kathy, and you found an interesting stat in the numbers of both Jennifer and Bliss.
Well, they're both exactly the same. And so, you know, after a game or two, you'd say, well, that's okay. But it is after 13 draws. It really doesn't seem to matter who the Nova Scotia fields as their second. For the skip, she can expect the same results. And that is pretty nice. And the numbers are good as well.
Wait close. 5.
All there right now. Okay.
Amy Nixon
Little ball.
won a bronze Olympic medal in 2006 in Italy with Shannon Clyburn.
7. Hard jaws. Hard.
Every bit.
Right to it, right to it, right to
Every
it.
bit.
Go, 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 go. Gotta go.
Still
Really
seven.
gotta go. It's good, Nix.
Great sweep, JP.
Little tap, Nova Scotia now. Shot stone, back hearts.
I don't actually hate that.
Yeah, or just peel the front. Whatever you like.
Do you like peeling?
Do you guys like the peel or the run? My only concern is if we don't make that run
don't
right
make that
now,
I know.
we're gonna be hooped the rest of the
peel.
end.
I like this.
So different philosophies. One is that you run your own guard into the house and pick off second shot stone. The other that you open it up, and they're defaulting to the opening it up with hammer, wanting to keep that 4-foot path open.
Yeah, right over, Carey. Go, Carey, go, go, go.
Sarah Murphy
Good, Sarah.
with the peel. Sarah, actually a former skip. So adjusting now to the vice position for Jill Brothers.
I do too.
Try to spin it to there. Here.
Team Quebec and Marie-France LaRouche, one of those teams we're watching very closely on this busy Friday. They come in with that 4-4 record. Don't want to drop to 5 losses. Final stone on the way here, taking on Sylvie Robichaud and Team New Brunswick. And the Quebec skipper needs to draw in here against a couple.
And a really good example of how there is no sure thing, even though Sylvie Robichaud's record is not what she wanted it to be. Made some lovely shots this end to force Quebec to draw against 4.
Stop, 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 stop.
And it slows down in time, so that is a single.
Yep. One yellow.
Stops back 8. They're all tied up at 1.
Close, Jen, close.
Yep, yep. Hard, Jen. Hard. Hard, Jen. Go.
Sarah Murphy, run back try, and she drives it by that
Oh, sorry.
stone in the 4.
Yeah, full 12.
Draw in here, right? So
It's there, but it's, yeah. Okay, draw to the button was there, right?
yeah.
It's close, but I don't mind a hair more, are you?
I like a lot, like quite a bit, because you can be...
Yeah, I like that. I don't want to tick.
Yeah, I like it.
It's interesting. I'm finding that the ice looks a little bit different this morning, certainly going away on that out-turn path, straighter than we have seen, and maybe it's just till the pebble comes off, it'll start to curl more.
Sounds good.
We also saw this way coming home on the out-turn side. Rocks running a little bit straighter.
This is our drive the button path.
Yeah, it's like
A little wider.
yeah, but it shouldn't matter, right?
Yeah. I think it'll be close.
So what do you think I need to give you then? Shouldn't be quite as fast as practice.
No, like a 10 still for top 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
And to that comment about the ice, I think that Jill just got caught a little bit on that last stone thrown by Sarah. It was on the outside of that stone, and she was expecting it to run straight as it would the other way, and it just started to catch that curl, which is why they missed the run back going across. So still learning a little bit about the ice this morning. The building is colder, I find, than it has been.
3. Yep. Joss. Hard. Talk to me, lady. 2.5. Yep.
Hard, Joss.
Gotta bounce. Hard. Gotta bounce. Yeah, we're there.
Jocelyn Peterman trying to hold that line, a little rub.
Okay, it's fine. Good speed.
Yeah. Nice throw. Good, Chelsea. Good.
We peel red. She's probably going to flop on top 4 too, right?
Top 4, but she's going to leave you something to score. Right now, you just have a drive the button, and if we run, don't make it, I think you said she was sinking another one right around. Do you guys like the double peel or the run?
What?
I think the double peel.
Okay, all right.
Just clear in the front. It could, if we clip this really thin, it could spin back. Yeah, okay.
A couple of options. She could elect to draw in front of that stone or come around, but that's an all or nothing. And I think after that final stone in the last end, not super comfortable with draw weight yet, is Jill. So she's electing to play that double peel in the front, open it up.
Really thin, we might shimmy back and get red too. Okay.
Very much does lean to a conservative style, and so will default to playing the hit, opening things up.
The red does spill in the house, but she does open things up.
That works. Yeah. Yep. This is even better.
Well, the roll-in was certainly not a bonus for her, but her objective was opening the front, and she did that.
Like that?
Yeah.
Even a hair more than that, you think?
Well, what side do we want to cover, Chelsea? Probably this side.
We want to cover the center line side for sure.
And they want to cover the center line side for sure, because that is the side, as you look at it, the out-turn side,
like this turn?
that the draw to the button is available right now.
We kind of like this path a little better anyways.
Okay.
Where do you want to be?
Full 12.
Okay. Same weight.
Okay. That was the 13, so?
Yeah.
So 10, 15?
Yep.
Good.
All right, Chelsea. You got it. Nice stroke, Chelsea.
There's those numbers we talked about in the opening. 71% in her losses is 12% less than her average. So not a single game, but an average. So really did show that in those 2 games was just that little bit off.
We're like beside it right now. No, we're stopping.
Final stone for Chelsea Carey here in 2, and really applying the heat now on Nova Scotia, but she does leave the double now for the single.
Yeah.
She sure does, Brian.
9? Yeah.
When I was so late, I just need to trust it.
Okay.
Sorry, Nix.
It's okay. You're getting in some paths.
Well, they told me the same. It's just hard to throw the same when I was so light the first time. So
Okay.
I just need to trust that it's a faster path there because it's way faster.
Yeah.
Well, that's the draw weight challenge, of course. When you're short on one and your team says throw the same, it is hard to believe that it is the same if you are short, except for they're charting the paths. And so by that slide in, it does give Jill an opportunity to get to the nose, make the double for the single.
Good. Terry.
So far this morning, a lot of pressure here on Team Nova Scotia. And now Jill Brothers needs to hit it on the nose, make them both go away. Lovely touch from the Nova Scotia skip. So a single on the board. Team Alberta leads 2-1 after 2.
It just had to be the other way.
Welcome back to Grand Prairie, Revolution Place. And it's the final day of a full schedule of round robin games. The round robin will wrap up tomorrow morning with one draw. And a big day for Chelsea Carey because she will complete her round robin play today.
I'd like to go.
And 2 wins will guarantee her a spot in that 1-2 game. She's already guaranteed at least a tiebreaker in this game. And Kathy, she's in the playoffs for sure.
Are we okay for line?
Well, it's a great position to be, and you always want to control your own destiny and not have to do if so-and-so loses and so-and-so wins, we have a chance to get through. But for Chelsea Carey, knowing that she is in the driver's seat, will not be content with getting to a tiebreaker, has their sights very firmly set on that 1-2 game.
Okay.
Now for Team Nova Scotia, you know that they had a little bit of a chat between ends and said it's time to get going. We've had a lot of pressure against us. Time to put some pressure against Team Alberta.
Great line.
Place close right now.
Lot of line. T-line. Lot of line.
Not
Back
really
forward.
yet.
Still sliding.
Sarah? Not yet.
Sarah.
Yeah.
Hard, Sarah.
Gotta cover, Pete. Go.
Yeah, hard.
All the way back.
Hard,
Hard around. Go. Okay.
Please wait, Terry.
Here or here?
Whatever you like.
I don't mind this.
Yeah, I was just gonna say probably that. Probably just bumper.
Okay, hard then, Joss.
Yep. 11.
Really hard. Hard.
Everything you got it.
Hard, right up. Little roll in. Yep. Okay, that works.
Kathy Jill Brothers making
11.
her 3rd appearance at the
Great
Scotties.
takeoff.
She was 3-8 as a skip in 2007 and 2014, a 4-7 record. She's already going to record her best record ever here at the Scotties, and the future is very bright in Nova Scotia. On the right is skip Mary Fay. Now that is their gold medal win. This at the Winter Youth Olympics. They won gold for Team Canada. She was also golden at the Canadian Juniors in Stratford, Ontario. And Jill joking that, you know, she can say it's in junior as long as she pleases. She's only 17, but boy, oh boy, is she a talented young player.
Well, and you put that Burgess-Fay combo together, the second and the skip of that team that won the gold medal at the Youth Olympic Games, and they're part of a little building dynasty there in Nova Scotia. The future is great, and certainly want to send a shout out as well to the lead, Sterling Middleton, and my nephew, Chubberdoos, Tyler Tardy. Made Canada very, very proud. Wow.
Saskatchewan taking on Newfoundland Labrador. And once again, every time we check in here on Jolene Campbell, she's facing a lot of yellow rocks.
A lot of yellow for sure.
Stay line's fine.
Needs to get to the 4-foot. They do have a stone they can come down to.
You're fine. Clean it.
Ashley Howard calling line in the house. And lovely draw weight from Jolene Campbell, so bailing her team out of some trouble.
Good job.
It is Newfoundland Labrador, a 2-1 lead, and Stacey Curtis is giving her quite the game so far here in Grand Prairie this morning.
Okay. Bumper.
Just back to that Mary Fay thought and her bright future in curling. One of the storylines here at the Scotties is a former Nova Scotia great in Colleen Jones, those 6 Scotties titles. an incredible player. And this year, that's what Jennifer Jones, another Jones, is chasing. Jen with a chance to claim her 6th Scotties title as well. That would tie the great Colleen Jones.
Well, and pretty amazing that in our country, with the depth of the curling that we have, that it's possible to win 6 Canadian championships. Speaks volumes to the commitment and the time those teams put in. And also kind of ironic that the name is exactly the same.
Top 8.
Got to be a Jones to win.
It's not too bad, but it's not terrible. Like the hair stickier than the other side. Like you're 14-5. What do you think? Okay.
Krista McCarville back in the Scotties, having a great tournament so far. 5-3 record, down 1-0 to British Columbia. And her final stone over on sheet D.
An opportunity for a pair.
And Krista out of the Fort William Curling Club in Thunder Bay with the hit, so she's up 2-1 after 3. She's back here for the first time since 2010 when she won a bronze medal.
Line's great. Line's great.
Well, Alberta doing a great job this morning and putting a lot of pressure against Nova Scotia.
A little bit. Good sweep. Okay.
Same as Jen's, 11.
11.
11.
Okay.
Throwing 11, so that's about a hack to bumper weight. To allow the stone to curl, we'll remove one and really wants to ensure that they stick around with something.
Pretty good. Yep. Hard, Jen. Hard. Yep. Whoa. Hard. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa.
Sarah Murphy by the red guard. Out goes the red, and the shooter will stick around.
Nice
And
throw.
roll behind the guard.
It's the same thing. Try to get a little more, Barry.
New Brunswick, you see there a 2-1 advantage on Team Quebec. Marie-France LaRouche with hammer in 4.
No, it felt like 14.
One of my favorite stories from juniors as well, and Mary Faye's win. She's also an outstanding piano player, and we interviewed her during the semifinal. She was already qualified for the final, and we were talking to her about playing piano. And I joked with her, well, we got to get some video of this. You must have something on your iPhone. And she said, well, my grandma would have that. I don't have a. And so we made the joke, well, grandma, you got to tweet some of this video footage in. And sure enough, her grandma did tweet in
Go, Grandma, go.
the footage of the piano. And I don't know what was more impressive, the fact that we got the video or the fact that grandma's tweeting,
That's outstanding.
which was awesome. So it was a really cool little story.
Just for shot. Yep, that's good. That's good. Good. Fourth.
Do you hate this?
Well, Mary
that's
Faye,
good.
like Matt Dunstone, no doubt, are working very hard in their final sets of training days as they head off very shortly to represent Canada at the World Junior Curling Championships. And we all wish you the very best.
Especially Mike McEwen, who wants Matt to stay in junior forever.
And Joe Brothers saying, play on, Mary Faye. Make the juniors your friends. And I believe Danny Lamoureux from Curling Canada told us yesterday, Brian, that Mary Faye has 4 more years of juniors.
Yeah, she's 17.
Unbelievable.
Good. Carey. Carey. It's got to curl. The top 8. It's got to curl. Just Carey. Hard. Hard. Get it there. Go, 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 go.
Big stone here from Sarah Murphy, dragging it, and they get it there for second stone.
Very nice brushing.
Nice throw. Hack to bumper, just to move it off this. Guard's okay.
Brushing all the way. There, at this point, it's starting to be a combination of line and weight. Really want to getting it as close as they can to that shot stone.
Wade's close.
Yeah,
Lainey.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, stop. Yep, yep. Gotta go, Josh.
Trying to make contact with their own on the angle to move that Yellowstone away.
Go, 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 go. Beauty.
Very nice. Good call, Chelsea.
What do you have on Sarah's?
What did I have?
Yeah.
4 even.
I had a 405.
Or we could hit and flop in on the other one.
stone.
We had to get by though.
Yeah, it's true.
I was with you. Like I was saying hard too, just to make sure we got by 12.
She has to play this weight at it than she did this
Yeah.
so.
That's really freaking the house on her.
All right. You like it? I do. Okay.
And a lot of the shot
I don't know what
selection
I
for
threw,
this
so-
particular stone is based on the number of red stones that are in the house and without hammer. So if you play the hit and roll, you can see probably 3/4 from the hack. You will roll your shooter in that area where those other 2 yellow stones are. The double potential or the triple exists for Chelsea Carey, and you look to potentially giving up 4 or maybe 5 if that outside biter is on, and that's why this is another attempted freeze, very much like Sarah Murphy just threw.
Jill Brothers used to be known in curling circles as Jill Mauser before getting married, and she won a Canadian junior title.
Switch. Yeah, hard, Terry. No, it's okay now. Clear. Hard. Gotta go. Okay, hard then. Hard.
Jill also spent a few years back in Ontario before moving back to Nova Scotia to compete again.
Yeah. Even if we go a long
Yeah,
ways.
even if it goes out, it's not awful. We just don't want to leave it there.
Agreed. Yep.
Do you like easy or normal? I don't mind normal with tight ice, just to make sure we get like hit, like it needs to leave the house, right?
You could also put it this way with normal.
Yeah, I don't know that that's like, because that might really go. I like this, like there with normal. Yeah.
Now, one of the reasons that she's hitting it now is she knows if she doesn't, that may be the stone that Jill has to use to roll under that mix.
All the way your way. Like if it stops buried, great, but the only thing we can't do is nose it.
Sounds good.
Hit and roll under to live 4.
So ideally, still in the 8 foot, but all the way over.
Yeah, I'd love to stick for 4th shot, but we'll be pretty cautious with, like, we have to get at least under, if not out the other side.
Sounds good. How hard are you throwing?
Just normal.
Okay. All right, Chelsea, you got it. Trust it.
Yep, Joss.
A pretty big end here, setting up for Team Alberta. Chelsea Carey with hammer here in the 3rd, her first. Oh wow, just gets a piece of that yellow, loses the shooter.
Okay, that's not bad.
And yet they won't even be that disappointed.
Nice and fresh there, apparently.
Just a little tight out of her hand, and that rock really did move.
Fresh spot.
But she does move it out of the way, and that takes that option away from Jill.
Go next.
So out-turn draw to the 4 foot, Kathy.
No, I think she's playing the hit and roll,
The
Brian.
hit and roll, okay.
Eliminate the 3rd stone. Try to roll underneath.
Yeah.
Alberta's always tough. How about that stat?
Wow.
Colleen Jones, Heather Smith-Dacey.
Out the other side would have been nice, though.
The only Nova Scotia skips to beat Alberta
What do you want?
since 2001. That's 15 years. Wow.
I threw a draw here. And back 4.
90.
90.
Okay, playing the draw. They did talk about both. Initially, she talked about playing the hit and roll. And now it sounds like they're going to the draw, Brian.
This young lady, a lot of pressure here so far this morning in her game against Alberta.
Yeah. Line's good. Yeah. Hard. Hard. Where? Weight's really nice. We're good. Keep it moving.
Terry likes the weights.
Go, Jen.
Jennifer Bryan trying to finish this stone, tucking in a little bit more. Now it's not shot stone, but
Yep.
pretty much buried. You can see a little sliver though here, right behind that sheet, probably 3/4 of a stone.
Thinking about what Amy Nixon did on hers, Brian, they've seen this path because Amy made contact with a stone that was literally buried to push the yellow stone out, and so they do know this path.
Similar to Amy's.
Yeah, what was it, like a 12 you're thinking?
Yeah, no more than that though.
Sounds good.
12 and a half even.
Okay.
Speed's really nice here, hey? Like it's
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah, it's nice.
So I can probably give you like a 80, you think? Or more?
Yeah, 80, 85. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Chelsea. You got it.
Okay. It's nice clean curl here.
She loves the big shots. This
Okay,
one a
not-
chance to take
not
a
quite that high.
commanding lead.
Yep.
Lady!
Hard!
Final stone here in 3 for Chelsea Carey.
Yes, lady!
Yes!
Laney Peters leaning on that broom. Get it by the red. Tap it back. And what a big end here for Team Alberta. You could put 4 on the board.
What a huge shot.
Very press.
Nice shot.
Makes you feel
What a
better.
lead. What a player. 6-1 after 3.
Great swing.
The Alberta skip has her eye on the playoffs, and she's making big-time shots here on this Friday.
Well, we talked about her 2 losses at 70%, and that's just not Chelsea Carey-like. But what is very Chelsea Carey-like is the big shot, knowing where the broom should go, the weight, and having that control. Well read, well swept, and it's for 4.
Great sweep it out. Go next.
Lovely tap. Key shot is brought to you by Scotties, the tissue for any issue, and that's the first time, I believe, all week long that Jill Brothers has been the skip that they've allowed more than 2 points, and that's a big 4 on the board for a 6-1 advantage. And we've had a 4-ender 20 times already at this year's Scotties in Grand Prairie. And Nova Scotia would love to score one of those 4-enders here to try get
Even if you roll
back
out,
in this
that's
game
okay,
against
normal.
Team Alberta.
Not a good start, wanting to utilize the free guard zone as much as you can to get some points back, and that first guard attempt sliding in. And so for Laney, it's pretty clear cut. Just make it go away and stick around. Put some more pressure on Nova Scotia.
Okay, whoa. Next. Roll it your way, John. Right out. Okay, that's fine.
There's a pretty cool weekend teed up this weekend in Nova Scotia at the Chester Curling Club. It's going to be a kickoff party for Team Faye to send them off for the World Juniors. And as part of the festivities, Team Mary Faye will take on Colleen Jones, which is very cool.
2.
And in Manitoba, also a send-off for Matt Dunstone and his team as they will head to the same World Championships. That's February the 28th at the Granite.
Switch.
There's no talk of anybody playing Matt. I'm sure Mike McEwen said, I'm done with you.
Over in Sheet A, Saskatchewan taking on Newfoundland and Labrador. And that's more like it for
Cut them to 1. Touch the 4.
Jolene Campbell. She's
guys
putting
think it's
the
heavier out this
pressure
far?
back on Stacey Curtis, who's drawing against 3 with her final stone.
Well, and a very tough shot, very much like the first end where Jolene didn't really have the hearts to get to. I don't know that Stacey does either, and so her goal will be full 4 foot to maybe just concede that single point.
T-line, positive.
As we watch the peel, the double peel on our sheet.
Not curling. Not curling at all. It's going a little
Stacey
bit.
playing with Aaron Porter, Julie Devereaux, and Carey Vautour. Needing a little more curl here, trying to grab as much of that blue paint. And they do limit the damage. It's just a steal of 1. So both skips applying the pressure to each other in this game early on.
Good brushing.
And Saskatchewan on the board with the steal. 2-1, Newfoundland Labrador leads.
All right. Don't touch it. That's fine. I'm not going to sweep it. Thanks. Good, Jen. Good, Jen.
At a 4th. Okay, you know what I mean.
Clean.
Not quite as much weight.
Clean it. Clean, clean, clean.
A lot of rotation
Good.
on the stone from the young second, and away it goes. Our updates continue at Revolution Place. And you look at the record for Sylvie Robichaud and her team out of New Brunswick, 1-7, but they have given a lot of teams a real good run here. A lot of their games have come down to final stone. They've been on the wrong end of the inch in a few games as well. Final one here from Marie-France LaRouche, and she needs a good draw.
For Marie-France, she certainly does. For her, this game is really important. It is for New Brunswick as well for pride, but for Quebec still keeps themselves in the playoff picture.
Brenda Nichols there came out for a little bit, and they were just
Almost
fine. Too much Quebec power over there.
Mais j'attends rien, moi je vois
And they'll pick up the single. So a good game over there on sheet C, all tied up at 2.
Clean. Yep, just heard it. Clean, 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 clean. Nice job, Nick.
One more update to pass along. It is Northern Ontario taking on British Columbia. Krista McCarville coming in with a 5-3 record, and she has a few red stones in the house. So for the lefty skip, Carla Thompson out of Kamloops also needs a good draw.
Does. Looks like she needs to get to at least full 8, maybe by to the 4 for the shot.
Tracy Lavery, Trista Van Dale on the sweep, and now it's all hands on deck. And it just won't get there. And that is a steal of 2 for Krista McCarville. McCarville, by the way, the Scotties leader when it comes to stealing. Her 15th steal this week as she continues her push towards the playoffs.
And back here, it is very much about peeling out stones. Even when the stones have been in the house, Chelsea Carey just very comfortable with that one stone in play, not wanting to leave anything around that can be utilized by Nova Scotia.
That worked. Really talked it on you. Sorry. Bumping the one in the center?
No, we're going right around it.
Okay.
So you've heard the call going around that stone that is on the center line in the 8-foot to try to bury, use it as a guard. Hoping to lure Alberta into making a run back, and maybe if it's not made, then you draw for your second point.
Back 8. Line's fine. Lots of room. Coming down. Okay, go for weight then. Go for weight. Yep. Lots of room still. Line's really good. Yep. Hard. Hard, Tara. Hard, Tara. Hard, Tara. Go, 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 go. Hard. Okay.
That really died down.
That is really, we need to stick.
Line was going to be really good.
Yeah, just
It's hard to throw that weight.
hard to throw that weight, especially because we haven't been out
Yeah.
our whole much,
Yeah.
and you don't want to hook it through there.
Yep.
Chelsea Carey at the Scotties for the first time representing Alberta. We saw her a few years ago in Montreal when she came out of
I like this.
Manitoba. Won a bronze medal. Looking very good to make the final weekend here once again and compete for another spot on the podium. And I know that she would love to upgrade that bronze
Yes,
medal.
she would.
Trust it.
And so would the crowd very much love to see her do that here in Alberta. And you heard Chelsea say to Amy, I don't see any reason to stick around on this shot. It is behind the tee line, so they're playing to just roll this out.
Clean, clean,
You got it.
clean.
Nice throw.
And away it goes.
Good, Chelsea. Nice throw. Great throw, Chelsea.
Thanks.
Nicely controlled. Just play the blank now, guys.
Yeah.
And there's confirmation from the skipper there. They're just going to try and blank this end and reset in 5 with hammer and try to get something going.
Well, it was fine to try to go around on Sarah's, but even if Jill makes this perfectly, if Chelsea runs it back, now she's lying 2 and you're forced to take 1. So once you see your opportunity for 2 disappear, you might as well blank, and as you say, Brian, try it again and see what happens in 5.
Right up. Okay, just clean. Clean, you're fine, clean. Okay, good job.
Hey, so thanks.
Kind of hard when your first corner guard goes in to
Oh yeah.
generate.
Yeah, when she let go, it's like,
Yeah.
maybe.
All right, Chelsea.
Now that I have the right color, we're good. Just normal, yeah.
You got
Chelsea living in Calgary now, but I think she's going to be cheering on those Winnipeg Jets for a long time. I don't think she'll be flying the Calgary Flames colors anytime soon. We have NHL trade deadline approaching. That was one of the questions a lot of the skips were asked, and she said, oh man, I love Andrew Ladd, but that's probably a guy that the Jets will end up moving to look towards the future as Chelsea makes the Yellowstone go away.
Good there, Chelsea. Sorry. Nice shot. Wait, you don't want to hit a yellow with yellow?
Yeah,
I know
well,
what's
that's
wrong.
what I was like,
Well, we were yellow in there.
One of the challenges, Brian, this week is you are assigned colors for every draw. So the idea is that half of the time you have red and yellow, and obviously because there are 11 round robin games, you get 6 of one color and 5 of another. And sometimes it's hard to keep track, and often players will put the colored stone in front of the hack for you, and she couldn't figure out why she was removing her own stone with her own color.
I think Nova Scotia would have been okay with it.
Yeah, I think so too.
If it actually counted. Final stone here for
Good, Jill.
Jill Brothers in 4. And the blank on the board. So she will have hammer and try to generate some offense in 5.
don't expect them to throw anymore. Absolutely. Yes, I do think there is.
Yes. No, there's not enough high-fiving. We'd never high-five. If you see it, it's probably like a triple run back triple or something.
We make the high five and the little flap on the derrière.
I think high-fiving is great. It shows that you're connected to the team. It shows that you're excited. Any kind of emotion to me is great.
I think it shows passion, and I'm totally okay with that.
Not on our team.
You won't see very many high fives from me this week.
No, I don't think so. There's maybe some high fives that are not due at certain times.
Definitely not after a bad shot. No, for sure not. I think I would probably clothesline a teammate if they tried to high-five me after a missed shot, and everybody kind of knows that.
We say, okay, high five and just push on the butt.
Julie always needs a high five or a fist pound.
It's good to high five.
I don't know, that would be good for the TV ratings if Chelsea starts just clotheslining teammates out there.
That's hilarious.
Not in this game, though. They're playing great. Alberta, Chelsea Carey, a 6-1 advantage here. In the 5th end, it was Jill Brothers blanking the 4th, so down by 5. She has hammer here in 5 and will try to generate some offense and a better start there. As you can see, the corner guard is up there. TV screen left, thrown by Tara Udall.
And the one comment we heard from Chelsea just before we went to break, Brian, that I really liked is when she gathered her team in the huddle, she said, do not expect or count that they will ever go as a corner guard sliding into the house again. So Chelsea very much trying to keep her team very focused and not relaxing based on being 5 up. Just trying to keep them very focused on knowing that their teammates are going to have to play very well because their opponents aren't going to give up.
As Terry goes behind the corner guard, Tara Udall making her 5th Scotties appearance here. Update time, Northern Ontario taking on British Columbia.
Or you like this?
Well, trading opportunities, Brian. Krista McCarville had the opportunity to hit to lie 2, but hit the guard, and so now the same opportunity is available to BC. Her chance for two.
Carla Thompson. Big scrub to try and get that to curl up. Got to finish, and it will hit and spin and continues to spin and rolls right out. So a missed opportunity there for BC. 4-2. McCarville leads after 5. I have to wonder too, Carla Thompson and her team out of Kamloops. Keep in mind they had to play a number of games in the pre-competition before the actual event began. So they've been doing a lot more sweeping out there and a lot of hard work on the ice when you get to this final full day of round robin play on Friday.
I'm sure that they're feeling it today, that's for sure, especially this morning's draw.
Tight. Okay, we got room. Carey probably.
3 draws today, and Friday it all wraps up tomorrow morning.
I don't know if we can.
It's always an interesting day here on the Thursday, Kathy, the final full day of round robin play where
Weight's fine.
things become a little bit more clear for the playoffs in that 1-2 game.
And this is the day where your concentration really takes a beating, because it is when you need it the most, and as you get physically fatigued, it is the brain matter that starts to waver a little bit. You would understand that from this morning.
You were talking about the broadcasters or the players there, Kathy?
I was all alone this morning. He showed up in the other booth.
We have 2 broadcast booths here at TSN to provide the multi-sheet coverage, and I'm sitting in the other one wondering where the heck the crew was. You're wondering if I died in the bathroom or something.
I had sent Russ out looking for you, trying to talk to the Saskatchewan team, but I said, this is urgent. We've lost Brian. So it is everywhere. When you start to get physically fatigued, it is hard sometimes to remember all those little nuances of the weight, the kick speed, and you just have to dig deeper for the resources that you've got to make sure you've got 100% out there on the ice.
Keep it going. Yeah, keep it going. Keep it moving. Here, you
The stone from Jennifer Bryan making her Scotties debut in Grand Prairie. Another guard goes up.
Go, right over, right over. Nice, really nice, Jen. Good, Jen.
Nicely guarded.
Clean. Yep. Hard. Really hard.
Hard. Gotta go. Hey, whoa. Leave it there. Okay.
So now a few rocks here for Jill Brothers to play with. Has the 2 reds that she could bump back. Has a guard up front as well.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
I don't know if you'll get through the hole, though. They're too tight, I think.
Yeah.
But we don't have to roll behind. Could go there.
Wait.
I'm just thinking hack.
Hack?
What do you think?
Yep.
Even if you go like that and split them.
Do you like maybe bump, Jill, just so we get them moving?
Get them moving a bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, bumper. Try to get to here with it.
Yep.
Throwing that little bit extra weight.
I'm going to throw bump and see if we can just kind of get them moving and get under that red guard.
Great. Okay.
So objective to
Bumper, you said?
have the shooter wind up underneath that guard just rolled by Amy Nixon, and also move that shot stone back a little bit. Trying to create some offense while playing a little bit of defense.
Wait's good. Close, Terry. Whoa.
Sarah Murphy in her Scotties debut.
Hard, Jen. Hard, Jen. Yep. Okay. Yep.
Gets that 1 red stone behind the tee line.
Yep.
Just jam it there.
Yep.
Here.
Okay.
Close. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Whoa.
Heel.
Oh. Yeah, thin. Yep.
Yellow jams, and the shooter will spin right out of the house.
It does curl. Too much weight. Right?
And now, who's second
I
shot?
don't know.
That could be big here.
It could be very big. I think Jill's indicating that she feels it is
I think it's red.
red. There you go.
Anyway, let's go here.
Okay.
Do you like 9.5?
What about a 10?
9.5, 10.
Okay.
Go for 10.
10? This was really straight tonight.
Yeah.
At this point, it really doesn't matter too much who is second shot. They're going to deal with the shots. Don't try to get that roll under the guard.
Whoa! Yeah! Jen! Whoa! Jen! Yeah! Whoa! Whoa, Tara! Whoa!
I think
Whoa,
it's
whoa,
me.
whoa,
Go.
whoa.
Go, go, go.
Good throw.
They wanted Jen to go to get a little bit more curl, but a little
Sorry. It's okay.
miscommunication there between Jennifer and Terry.
If you roll and don't get buried.
Yeah, I kind of like just
I kind of do too. She's probably going around that, but
Yep.
this shouldn't move much, hey?
Yeah.
Easy, normal?
No. Yeah.
Like that?
I like it a lot.
Roll your way, Joss.
Sounds good. How hard are you throwing?
Easy, normal.
Okay.
Shouldn't move too much here.
The one there.
She's going around
yeah.
the guard,
Yeah.
but I think we have to.
So there is a look at the house over on sheet A, and it is Stacy Curtis throwing the yellow stones, and she is shot rock for sure, right on the hearts. Final stone here to come against Jolene Campbell and Team Saskatchewan. Looks like she's trying to slash maybe in that yellow
I think
stone,
so.
Kathy, by the Purex.
It looks like she's trying to play that into the mix and maybe hit the yellow shot stone onto the red for 3.
Where? Whoa, Julie? Julie?
Team Saskatchewan, Jolene Campbell coming in with that 5-4 record. Trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. This rock, though, needs to curl up, has to finish. Little tap, and not enough. So it is 1 yellow on the board.
You got it.
Just singles across the board there so far. A 3-2 advantage for Newfoundland Labrador.
And really important now who's second, because if it is, in fact, Alberta,
no, if anything,
then
a roll a hair less is
the
better.
draw behind the guard is probably your best chance to score.
Even if we get to here, right?
That's pretty close, isn't it?
A couple.
Yeah.
It's close.
It might feel on the overhead, but
Yeah, so either way we have to get rid of this
wishful
one,
thinking
right?
maybe.
So
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
they think it's yellow.
Yeah, what kind of
I don't want to go too aggressive for that double, I don't think.
Kind of wait.
I think 9.5.
Okay.
So Jill initially on Sarah's shot thought that it might be red, but in taking a look at it closer, Sarah believes that it is
a roll,
yellow,
guys.
and so
We're not
that's
sure
why
in a
they're
second.
playing the hit.
kind of wait.
9.5 still.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe I like 10. 10, okay?
Okay.
Don't want to overthrow it. Got to keep it in the rings, right?
Yeah. It's nice. 10. 10.
Jill Brothers, her first here in 5 with hammer, down by 5, trying to generate some offense.
Hard, Terry. Anything you got, Terry.
Hard, Carey!
Bang the red, rolled it over.
Hard,
And Nova Scotia lies 1, maybe 2. That's up for debate right now. We're not sure who is second shot stone.
Nice throw.
9.5 would have it.
Yeah. You know what? That's safe though. We played. It's a tough shot.
Yeah. Just make sure we kill the yellow.
Yeah.
Do you like that with similar?
I do.
Okay.
It's really impressive how this team has come together for Team Alberta.
The
And
nose is really good.
Chelsea Carey, Heather
you don't
Nedwin
wanna
stepping
flop
away from the
Lainey's
game,
straight
and
off?
Well, I don't want to play it that tight to the guard. If we
How
Lainey
heavy
and
turn?
Chelsea
just a similar, like
Okay.
easy.
went for
Sounds
lunch
good.
and had a conversation,
We gotta
and
flop that way,
Chelsea
great, but I
decided to
don't-
lead this
I don't
team,
wanna
and the
play
rest
that
is
way.
history.
You
And
don't need to. Like, leave her
what a
double
great
for two,
debut
fine.
together as a squad here at the
Sounds
Scotties.
good, Chelsea. Nice throw here.
Yeah, it's nice, easy here.
Well, certainly going to make their
Trust
own
it.
history.
Nice, easy.
Already having a very strong record for Alberta at this year's Scotties. And far from over.
At the very least, they're already guaranteed a tiebreaker.
Hey,
A win today would put them into the playoffs and win both your games today, and they're into that 1-2 page playoff game.
Right up, down, right up, right up, right up,
Right up, right up, right up.
right up.
Nice.
Chelsea Carey,
Wow.
away it goes.
Great.
So if you believe your second shot, you just make the red stone and the forefoot go away. If you don't, you try the double.
You could, for sure.
Okay, 10.5.
Okay.
But for Jill wants to go into the break having just scored at least one. So a play to get to the nose, and then you can expect they will call out the officials and we'll get a decision.
It's nice.
Final stone here in 5 for Jill Brothers. A chance to pick up 1, possibly 2.
Hard, Jen. Everything you got.
Jennifer Bryan, a big scrub, get the curl. Red goes away, but the shooter's got to stick around. And now, is it a steal of 1, or is it 1 yellow?
These two?
I haven't even looked at them.
Oh, okay.
Okay, measure, Tom.
Measure.
Did I
So
overthrow
a tough
that?
one for Jill Brothers.
I thought it was nice. I said
That
nice.
was really nice.
Was it a bit strong?
Yeah, just a touch.
I thought it would catch center behind it. So ugly. I will not throw that again. I'm quite certain.
Worked
I
out
let it
pretty
go
good.
and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah. So we were calling 10-5 and 10. But it was close, Jill. Like,
So now the measurement. Just past the 1, close to it. Around we go to the yellow stone.
Oh, it's red.
And a steal of 1 for Alberta. It has been all Chelsea Carey here in Grand Prairie, up by 6 after 5. Of round robin play with a full slate of games. It'll all conclude tomorrow morning with that final draw. Alberta looking very strong.
Wait, you don't want to hit a yellow?
The 2016 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is brought to you by Purex Bathroom Tissue. Purex, 90 years of pure comfort.
Welcome back to the morning draw here on Thursday. That 4 really leaps out at you, and that really has been the big momentum shift for Alberta. And Alberta skip Chelsea Carey, well, she's with Brian.
Chelsea, what a fantastic start for you and your team. I know there was a little bump yesterday, that loss to Manitoba, a night off and a chance to regroup. How happy are you with you and your girls?
Yeah, you know what, the girls have been great. It took me a few ends we got a little fooled on a couple paths and I missed some shots early, but they just kept setting it up for me and I was able to make that one for 4, thankfully. And yeah, so lots of game to go here, but we like our spot.
At the very worst, already guaranteed a tiebreaker. When both games today, though, you're in that 1-2 game. What is the focus for your team on this final day?
Just one shot at a time, honestly. If you start to get into that stuff, you start to kind of psych yourself out if you're focused on consequences. So we're just trying to stay in the moment and make every shot that we throw and move on to the next one and go from there. So we'll see what happens.
That Alberta jacket feeling a little more normal now?
Yeah, it has all week, honestly. And being like, again, the crowd has just been so much fun that that we're really lucky to be wearing it. But yeah, no, I'm liking it.
Good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks so much.
These numbers after 5 now are brought to you by Ford of Canada, proud partner of Curling Canada for over 20 years. Well, it's pretty lopsided on the left in every single area. Stolen points, draws, and hits, and overall. And when one back end is at 80 and 90% and the other at 65 and 68, well, that spells trouble. And so for Team Nova Scotia, This is where you got to talk to your coach, Daryl Newland, who's got a lot of experience. We'll be trying to keep their spirits up and talk about the plan for the next 5.
The 2016 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is brought to you by Home Hardware. Homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice. By Ford of Canada, proud sponsor with Curling Canada for more than 20 years. And by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures.
I don't even have words to explain what it would be to lift that trophy. I just think how excited it was to win provincials and to come here again. I couldn't even imagine the excitement that I'd be feeling. I truly don't have words for it. Hopefully I'll experience it at the end of the week.
It's been a lot, just the time we take to practice, the sacrifice. So I think for sure that will be the biggest thing of our career and of our life.
There it is, draw 15, and those two teams in that playoff hunt. On TSN 3, you can watch Northern Ontario take on Team Quebec. On TSN 1, the all-Manitoba battle. Team Canada taking on Carey Anderson, and that all begins at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. It has been all Alberta in our feature matchup this morning against Team Nova Scotia and Jill Brothers. The big 4 on the board in 3, and then another steal of 1 and 5. Alberta scoring 2 as well. That was a steal. So Chelsea Carey cruising, and after that conversation in the 5th end break, obviously the skipper in a very good headspace right now.
You could see she looked very relaxed in talking to you, Brian. I think her attitude is bang on. You know, you can't start to worry about what will happen if we do this and if we do that. It does affect you on the ice. And in your head, of course, you're going there. You can't help but. But very much focused on dealing with the issue at hand, which is completing this game against Nova Scotia.
Straight, a little bit straight. She stressed me out. 4-4.
Lainey Peters will come in, and nice spot for that stone, top 4. Three Scotties championships for my buddy Kathy Gauthier in the booth. Kathy, do you recall one of your biggest comebacks? Well, you ponder that.
You know what? Yeah, the 2005 final where we watched the update.
Northern Ontario taking on BC, and a 4-2 advantage for Krista McCarville. Red stone, shot stone, and looks like is it a tap for 2 here, Kathy? A split for 2?
I'm not. I'm just trying to peek around.
Easy, easy, easy.
It looks like she already is
Whoa,
line
easy.
1, maybe 2 at the back, Brian. This may be just getting through there to the 4-foot for 3.
Yep, hard.
We'll see Krista McCarville later on today in the feature game on TSN. First things first, little bump.
Nice sweeping, guys. Great sweep.
And there's 1, there's 2, and that is 3. Kathy, you are correct. So that's a big end for Team Northern Ontario, up 7-2 after 6 on BC.
Your legs?
So sorry, Kathy, your point on your comeback there. What year was that?
Well, I'm sure Jen Hanna is phoning that one in saying we were beating you the entire game, and they were up a couple of points the entire game, and we felt like we were clawing back, but they were always 2 ahead, and they were 2 ahead coming home. But never, down 6 and well, I mean, if it happened, I don't remember it. Certainly not at a Scotties play.
Gotta go.
It is just really difficult when you're playing against one of the best teams in the field, certainly in the numbers, in terms of the scoreboard right now, the best team in the field.
Firm. Okay, just firm.
But you keep fighting, always.
Yep. Really hard. Hard. Keep going. Right up next. Right up. Roll shooter. Okay,
Away goes the yellow, and
Good sweep.
A wall of red rocks there, top 4 now.
Going around? Yeah.
So Kathy, I've had a few tweets come in and people curious about the new style of sweeping that we've been seeing as we watch Jennifer Bryan release the stone. And I think the biggest thing is a lot of it is getting the stone to curl or getting the stone.
So here, this sweeper. Okay, this sweeper is keeping it straighter because the rock is curling towards her. By having your broom doing a to and fro motion right in front of it, you're keeping it straighter. When Terry Udall kicks in, at this point, it's both sweeping to make it go farther. But when you have one and that person is pushing the stone towards the way that it's going, the idea is that you are helping it curl. And the one comment I would make about some of the sweeping that we've seen out here when it is one sweeper is that sometimes they're almost sweeping too far over. And I think that you forget sometimes that the running surface of the rock is much smaller than the actual circumference of the rock. And so if you're not in front of that little path that actually touches the ice, then you're actually missing where the rock is going to catch and move.
Nice run back there from Jocelyn. Another point with the sweeping as well is that Curling Canada has implemented change here for this Scotties, and that new rule is that there's no hairless brushes on sweeping. You can use it behind the tee line. You can use the hair brooms to push out, but you cannot use it otherwise. As we update you now, Saskatchewan, Newfoundland, Labrador. And you see the two
I'm not going to overthrow it. I think you can
yellow stones in play, but only one shot stone, and that's the one by the broom. So that is shot stone for Stacey Curtis.
Trying to score her two. This would give her the lead. For the very first time this game, they will go on to play Alberta tonight. So huge game for Saskatchewan.
Do it, Ash! Do it! Hard!
Good shot. 2.
Jolene Campbell with the hit, so 2 on the board. And a nice bounce back end. A 4-3 lead after 6.
Hard! Oh! Hard! Really hard, really hard, really hard.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, yeah. You like that? Yeah. Yeah, Jen.
Jen. Whoa! Jen. Back 8.
How much? Easy.
Back 8. Little bump, little bump.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Yep, bump yellow. Yep, yep, hard. Jen, yep, 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 hard, Jen.
Okay.
So Jill Brothers continues to try get those red stones moved around, hoping for a bit of a break or a jam here to generate some offense.
I was just hoping on that final stone that we saw by Sarah
Half, 3/4.
that it would have been corner frozen on the red one at top so that Amy couldn't make the run without losing one of their own.
Yep. Whoa. 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 Close. Yep. Yep, yep, yep.
Nice shot.
Yellow, yellow, away they go. It's just Alberta's morning, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Beauty.
Update time over on Sheet C, New Brunswick taking on Team Quebec. And what an opportunity here for Marie-France LaRouche. You see the yellows A couple of them biting the 8-foot. You see the one there in the 4-foot, and you see the one red stone. But here comes one more here from the Quebec skipper, and a chance for 4.
Well, the triple angle raise on the first one. What an opportunity it has presented for the team from Quebec. Needs to get just across the face of that red stone.
Final stone here for Marie-France Larouche, a former finalist at the Scotties. Comes in with those 4 losses. Just rubs the red guard, oh my, and then right through everything. And a steal of 1 after all of that. Wow, what an opportunity. And it is Sylvie Robichaud, though, a 4-2 advantage after 6, so Quebec will continue to fight over on sheet C.
I don't love the out because it's kind of straighter, right? We throw
I know, but I'm thinking like this with the out.
Okay.
And then we can sweep it back to it. Like if we do that, fine.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Sorry, firm?
Yeah.
For Chelsea Carey, it's just about getting rid of that yellow stone. Very much a creature habit. She will come down the ice and spin around halfway through to take a look at what she's throwing at from a different perspective. And then a very firm pre-shot routine.
Yeah. Okay. Good firm, easy peel.
You got it, Charles. Nice throw here. Trust it. Weight's good.
Whoa. Close. Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Whoa.
Hard.
Yes.
Hard.
Yes. Really nice. Good call, Nick.
Well, you can trust that she's going to make a lot of shots as we get closer to the final weekend.
Great
Really
shot, Chels.
Good sweeping.
Very nice. Yeah. This way? That way? Okay.
Looking to play the double,
I don't
only
know
way
if
to
we
get to
could
shot
maybe
stone.
Scooch in. Maybe. Yeah.
That's the first time I've heard somebody else say scooch, Kathy.
9.
Wow, you're rubbing
9.
off on people. I don't know if that's a good thing.
Well, her scooch that she refers to is to make the double and hopefully scooch the shooter, which is the rock behind the corner guard.
Make a double. Okay. Roll into your shooter. Yeah.
Well, forget
I don't know
scooch.
how
Next
much
year,
you'll actually
when we're
have
in
to roll it.
St. John's for the Briar, going to make you screech, I think.
Reached in.
We'll screech you in. You'll be scooching after that, I'm sure. I don't even know what that means anymore.
Me and my pal, the cod. We'll be looking pretty good after the screech. Very excited about next year's Scotties and Briar locations. It's actually the Briar that will be in St. John's, Newfoundland. The Scotties goes to London, Ontario.
Watch the roll, Stay with the roll. Stay with the roll. Go, Jen. Good, Jill.
Nice throw. Thanks. To get the roll way over and get the double, like you had to, you had to play one or the other.
They have access to the shot stone now. That is on the
good.
hearts. And so Chelsea Carey trying to hit and roll back in front of that stone.
So, Kathy, while you're enjoying the Scotties in London, we're going to be in St. Catharines, but we'll send a bus for you and we'll bring you in, which is fine. No, that's okay. I was in the wrong booth this morning. We'll send a shuttle for you.
I'll be going
draw 6
to Ontario.
We'll let you, you're in the right province.
Where I will be directed. I apologize to all the people in London who are wondering where they're hosting this.
Close.
Clean, clean.
Oh, no, no.
Shots.
Yep. Shots.
Shots.
Hard.
Yep.
Hard roll.
Yeah.
Roll.
Poor people in London are going, oh boy, we better get planning here.
Well,
we better get on this.
Marilyn is thinking, I phoned you. I talked to you about this. How can you get this wrong? Sorry, Marilyn. I know you're so very excited
Very nice.
about playing host.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Shots.
Shots.
Hard.
Yep.
Hard roll.
Yep.
Roll.
Nice.
It's a little bit of a shadow of Heather Nedowin. Heather used to do that all the time. Slide to the side to help the roll go the other way.
I know. I think 90 is still good, Jill.
Okay, so but like back 4.
Okay.
Like we can move it a bit,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
90 still?
Yeah.
Like that ice?
Think so.
Final stone here in 6.
Line's good.
And another tough one here for Jill Brothers.
Whoa, wait only, Terry. Where? There, Terry. Yep.
So that brushing technique there has Terry Udall trying to get that stone to curl.
Right in, go.
Tap the red. Well done, Jill Brothers. Great shot. It's been that kind of morning. That's a positive sign there for the skipper.
Nice, Jill.
It is time for the game story, brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada.
We talked about some big numbers this week. It has been a trend, and that 4 really does leap out at you at the board. And it was a steal. Don't forget, it was a steal in the first end. It was the hammer belonging to Nova Scotia, and that last steal in the 5th end, that really sealed the deal. Nova Scotia will work to get back, but those numbers are much higher for Alberta.
You see that 4 scored in the 3rd end as well. That was the first time that Jill Brothers, as skip on this team, has allowed more than 2. And also, for the first time, if Alberta does go on to win this game, her 2 losses, that being Chelsea Carey, have come when she did not have hammer to start the game. So 2 trends that could come to an end.
Same-ish with a little sweep.
Yep. Actually, yep.
And more importantly for Team Alberta, win this game and she guarantees herself a spot in the playoffs. She's already guaranteed a tiebreaker, and later on this evening, Chelsea Carey will wrap up her round-robin play against Team Saskatchewan. This is the final full day of round-robin play. Tomorrow, it all wraps up with that final draw in the morning.
Sarah, if anyone. Sarah, if anyone.
And then we see what happens.
Right here, guys. Right around, Sarah. Right around. Whoa. I know, that's why I didn't.
Really later on this afternoon and in the evening draw tonight, we'll get a better look at who's going to make the playoffs or battle for a playoff spot. I think it's fair to say, though, the teams coming in with the 4 losses today are still very much in it, but you don't want to drop to loss number 5.
You don't. And for Team Nova Scotia, the advantage that they will have after this game is they do not play this afternoon. So you get out of the building, you get away, you talk about things. This team is much stronger than they've shown this morning, but giving up that 2 really early and then very quickly a 4 after the first 3 ends, you are in real trouble and trying to find a way to claw your way back. And it's just very, very tough.
Their final game, Kathy, is also tonight against Newfoundland Labrador. Nova Scotia will complete their round-robin play. They don't play Friday morning.
So they for sure will know where they stand. There will be a lot of scoreboard watching starting this afternoon, this evening, and for sure tomorrow morning.
Backing. Okay, Sarah.
Too late, I think.
It's really.
Yeah.
Can you go, Sarah?
Go, Sarah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
A lot of rotation on this young lady's peels, Kathy.
A lot indeed.
And she will get the yellow stone off the forefoot.
It's just been that kind of day for Alberta and that kind of day for Nova Scotia.
Let's go the same way again, sorry.
And as part of that rotation, you see Jennifer Bryan on the ice today, and later tonight it'll be Bliss Joyce moving into the lineup as they've been alternating all week.
I think you're good, Terry.
Just at that second position. Sarah Murphy did have to skip the opening game, and that was just because Jill wasn't feeling well.
Good. Nice, Jen.
And we'll attempt to remove that long guard. And it's interesting as we watch Jocelyn about to throw, you will hear her voice every time Chelsea Carey goes to throw as the person offering the positive reinforcement that you got at Chelsea. And the one thing I've noticed is that only when Chelsea throws hits does Jocelyn say, trust it. And so that is a technical cue, which means that earlier in the year, when Chelsea's been throwing her hits, she may have been second-guessing herself on the ice that she's taking. And so this is a former skip as we look at Jocelyn. And so that's obviously the technical cue that she will give to Chelsea, that the broom is in the right spot. Believe it, trust it, throw it at the broom, and you will get the results you need. Because it is very much a part of the routine, and you will only hear that on hits.
Jocelyn winning that Canadian junior title in 2012, and then soon after, a young lady named Kelsey Rock came on the scene in junior play in Alberta. She won back-to-back Canadian junior titles.
I think you try to make it that way and just hope.
And Kelsey now playing with Chelsea Carey's former teammates.
She was in the provincial championship this year to try to get to this event.
Clean, hard, yep. Yep, right to it.
Bang, bang, yellows go. The bonus would have been the red stone as well on the button. At this point, Alberta just trying to keep it as clean as possible considering that lead in the seventh end.
Very happy that that front is clearing up completely. Very focused this morning.
Tight, tight. Okay, line's good.
A little less than last.
Yeah. That's nice. Good.
Thanks, Sarah.
She is a former Scotties finalist, Marie-France LaRouche out of Quebec. Down by 2 to Team New Brunswick, coming in with that 4-4 record. And Kathy, we saw last end, she had a chance for 4, just missed. It was a steal of 1, but a chance here to rebound.
Well, it certainly is a chance to score 2 and tie the game. And for Marie-France and her team, really important to park last end, making such a huge shot on her first and a potential for huge on the second, and just rubbing the guard. You have to ditch those thoughts, and they obviously have, because there's the 2 and the tie.
So it is 4-4 against Sylvie Robichaud and Team New Brunswick.
Last end? I think so.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. I'm in the hack, and I'm like, okay, we can just power out of here.
Yeah, I know. I always think at the time, come on, little legs.
Pretty good. Rick's nice. Let's do it. D-line, guys. Where? Jen? Jen? Jen, if anyone? Jen? Jen! Good.
Trying to play the freeze down to the face of that Alberta stone.
Just do it, just do it, just do it.
A little tap. As we look at the player comparisons, we're going to pick out the skips, and it's been a very strong morning for Chelsea Carey.
Well, no surprise, her hits are stronger than her draws. If you look at overall her approach, loves those hits. The draws, that still was one of her Achilles heels coming in, and will be an area that Chelsea will want to make better. But for sure, the edge, that is her average of the week, and so she is back playing much stronger than those 270% games in which she did get a loss.
Player comparisons are brought to you by Travelers. It's better under the umbrella. And in defense of Jill Brothers, especially early on, every time she got in the hack to make a shot, she was facing some really tough situations.
You're right, Brian. The degree of difficulty is not factored into that. And for sure, what she was facing, 3s and 4s and really tough shots.
Whoa! Yeah! Whoa! Whoa! It's good. It's good. Nice.
So we'll keep you abreast of the situation now over on Sheet A.
Yeah.
Saskatchewan taking on Newfoundland Labrador. Saskatchewan throwing the red stones. Looks very close. You see the red stone from Jolene right at the top of the hearts. Appears to be shot. We'll find out shortly. Final stone here from Stacey Curtis.
Well, Stacey clearly going to the full 4 foot to try to either get shot stone or for 2 or not clear. And she would have had to have taken extra ice because cannot graze that red stone at all.
Not curling. Yep.
Aaron Porter in the house, directing traffic, needing this rock to curl up, come in and catch some of those hearts. And a great effort.
It is.
And confirmation from Ashley Howard. So it was yellow. That was shot stone, just a single then. That was a try for 2. So a single on the board. It's 4-4 after 7.
Sorry.
Every time we've had a peek over there, Kathy, so many rocks in play. And Stacey Curtis, I mean, don't let that record fool you. As the week has gone on, she's gotten stronger and stronger with each and every one of her games.
It's a comfort.
No.
Amy just...
So Stu can play some shots.
Well, that's the only thing.
No, whatever you like.
See there?
Yeah.
Hammer an 8.
A bit of a discussion by Amy if they want to take one, and that's not to run the score up. What they're thinking is if they take one and it becomes 8-2, it changes the kinds of shots that they will be able to throw, and it's about continuing to keep the team strong. But you heard Chelsea say, I don't think we need to do that. So it's not fatal if they stick, but this is the stick is not the plan.
Gotta go for a piece.
Final stone, and they got to go hard here just to get a piece of this rock. It's really curling. And a little more dramatic than she would have liked it, but it is a blank on the board for Team Alberta. And Chelsea Carey looking very strong with championship weekend looming. Welcome back to Grand Prairie, Scotties Tournament of Hearts. Here's your updated standings. Alberta looking very strong to pick up win number 8. Team Canada 6-2 with the morning off. Northern Ontario at 5-3. Manitoba we'll see this afternoon at 5-3. And those teams with 4 losses, the ones we're watching closely. Our feature game this morning. It was a steal early on for Alberta, a steal of 2 in the first, a big 4 in the third, and Chelsea Carey cruising a 7-2 advantage. Chelsea also with the hammer in 8, so we're going to move over and join Saskatchewan taking on Newfoundland Labrador. And it was Stacey Curtis a steal in the second end. Saskatchewan stealing back and 4, that single, 2 on the board and 6, so a 4-4 score. It is Saskatchewan and Jolene Canberra with hammer. And every time we peeked in here, Kathy, a lot of rocks in play and some nice shots from both skips.
Should be good here. Might just come down at the end.
Stacey Curtis just looking more and more comfortable out here. We talked earlier in the week how sometimes if you're not used to playing on ice that curls a lot or arena ice, it does catch you a little bit and take you a while. And obviously all the teams very comfortable now with what great conditions head ice tech Jamie Barassa has been able to provide.
We're into second stones here in the 8th end. This one from Callan Hammond. Ashley Williamson, Ashley Howard on the brush. And of course, skip Jolene Campbell in the house from the Highland Curling Club in Regina.
Maybe.
And I'm looking at the numbers for this game, Brian. Very evenly matched. overall as a team. Saskatchewan at 83%, Newfoundland Labrador at 80, and so that tells you a lot about the evenness.
Northern Ontario, Krista McCarville on the ice this morning, a 7-3 advantage, and really here a chance to put this game away. Final stone for the skip from Thunder Bay.
Yeah, looks like you got
And she has impressed. We knew that coming in that she would be very good. We just wondered about the time off and what that would do, but hasn't done much. She's been very strong in most of her games.
And some strong sweeping. Ashley Sipola, Sarah Potts guided in, Kendra Lilly in the house. 3 on the board, and a victory for Northern Ontario. They improved to 6-3 after a 10-3 victory. So Krista McCarville, one of those teams, looking good for the Final Four here. Always exciting here at the Scotties as we edge closer to championship weekend. A national champion will be crowned on Sunday. And as we look at Saskatchewan, pretty exciting. The winner of this event will represent Canada in Saskatchewan for the Worlds.
Wouldn't that be wonderful to play a Worlds in your own province? Not that far down the road from where you live.
Okay, Cal. Yeah, I don't think she needs to throw that away.
They are in Swift Current this year, and TSN will be there.
Looking forward to that very much. The Worlds are not what they used to be, where you would play teams that you had never heard of. So many of the teams, particularly the Europeans, but definitely the Asian countries as well, either live in Canada during the winter or they train here, and so they are familiar faces weekend to weekend as the players compete against each other.
Aaron Porter, third stones for this team out of St. John's.
He's trying to get that inside roll and did not, and so now Ashley's turn to try to hit and roll under.
That's great. That's fine. You like control?
You got it, Ash.
All right, bring it up. You got it.
I think control.
And third stones for Team Saskatchewan. This is Ashley Howard making her Scotties debut and giving Dad a few more gray hairs of the ones he has left. Our buddy Russ was up early this morning and he's in the building watching his daughter compete.
That's fine.
Saskatchewan still has those 2 shot stones. There's Rusty pulling on some of those gray hairs.
Oh, and it's funny, I noticed that every time Ashley or Jolene would be throwing, he stands up and he hovers as though he's going to make a difference. You're still a dad. It doesn't matter how many wins he has under his belt or what he does in the booth for us. When he watches his daughter play, he's a dad wanting only the best for her.
That was also Mom Wendy on the right.
And the hooded wonder, Stephen.
Yeah,
the
brother.
7, 8. Line's good. 8, 7. 8, 7. Yes. Julie. Yep. Yep. Yes. 7. Yep. Gotta go. 7. Gotta go. 8. Whoa.
Julie Devereaux and Carey Vautour on the brush. The front end for Newfoundland Labrador.
Trying to get around those 2 stones to tuck back. And unfortunately, that rub and roll off for Newfoundland and Labrador advantage Saskatchewan as they try to hit and roll under one more time.
That's heavy. Turn. Go. Board. Board. Ash, you can go. Hard.
Come on, Ash. Bring it over.
Hard.
Go.
Now we gotta roll.
Yeah, because I have too much weight for line because they were hopping over rocks.
It is pretty loud this morning at Revolution Place, and a lot of school kids from the Grand Prairie area in the house. Hopefully some future curlers as well, cheering on their respective teams. I'm assuming quite a few Team Alberta fans in the house here.
You would think so.
Saskatchewan jacket there in the middle.
That may not be safe.
The kids look friendly. I think she'll be okay.
I didn't hear you. Similar board weight to what you've been throwing. Yeah. Okay.
There's a look at Jolene Campbell making her Scotties debut as a skip. We've seen her at the national championship before as an alternate for Amber Holland, and Amber winning a national title just a few years ago.
Stacey looking to roll under.
Skip Stones here in 8. Stacey Curtis making her 3rd trip to the Scotties. Wanting the inside roll, actually flips the other way, so Saskatchewan still lying 2 with Hammer here in 8.
Oh, I'm on the wrong side. Sorry, just heavy. Sorry, just heavy.
Yeah, I have a 10.
Okay, just control. We can roll right into those.
Okay. Control?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, as that rock moves its way up the house, this may be the last time it is useful, if you will, to hit and roll into that mix. A roll after this, should she stick, will probably be above the 2 stones in the 4-foot.
Clear down. Control. Control. Lily. Hard. Hard. Hard.
Little roll inside, lovely touch. Look at that wall of red stones as Saskatchewan lies 3.
Good spot.
Very nice.
Okay, good go.
Stacey has called a timeout. Ashley working to make that rock finish. Callan ready to sweep it under.
Nice one, bud.
Yeah.
And coach Eugene Trickett comes out. Eugene playing in 3 Briars.
Does 3 or 4 matter though? Like at this point?
I think 3 is still manageable. We have 2 ends left.
But I think I like this.
I think you make this triple.
What triple?
Double right here. I think you double those out. You keep your shooter right here. If you can, you should be able to. And you give her 2.
I don't know if you can get by there with enough weight. I don't know if you can get by that with enough
weight?
That's pretty darn buried.
I don't think you're hitting this.
Don't think you're hitting that?
No, I don't.
I don't think I can hit enough of it.
I don't. Yeah, you don't have very much of it. Yeah, maybe a quarter.
Okay, well, then maybe can we nose that one? No. We can.
I think the only shot I've got is the 2 into
that
the
or
2
this.
into there.
or the roll.
Maybe the roll was the right shot. I don't mind the 2 in.
Well, they talk things over. It was the game we started with this morning. Alberta taking on Nova Scotia. And Jill Brothers
What if we miss?
with 2 in the house, 1 top 12, 1 back 8. And Chelsea Final Stone drawing in for her single.
Touch hard there, but I don't think it's little tight.
Yep.
Where are you 2?
Hard, Lainey.
Yeah, gotta go, lady.
Hard.
Just lady. Hard, lady. Hard,
Lainey Peters, big scrub trying to hold the line. Just want to make sure they get by that yellow stone. And they do. And now needs to slow down in time. And it will. A single on the board and handshakes. And congratulations to Team Alberta. Chelsea Carey, the first team officially qualified for the playoffs at this year's Scotties. Chelsea has 1 more game. That's later on tonight against Team Saskatchewan. If she can win that, she is definitely into that 1-2 game, but lots can still happen.
You're good at it. You got this.
And Nova Scotia, there you see, dropping down to loss number 5, and they have Newfoundland Labrador tonight, so we go back to our new feature game. And after that timeout and conversation, a big stone on the way here from Stacey Curtis. Can she limit the damage, get by the guard, run it back, bang the red? And 1 will go. But Saskatchewan still lying 2 with Hammer here in 8.
I think so.
I think
think that's easier than this.
Trying to figure out how to get to the 4 foot now. Well, for Stacey, you got rid of one, but her promoted stone moved to a not bad spot.
The last thing I said to Erin was we can hold it. And she, the last thing I said.
I can throw the same thing I just threw too. I can't roll out much though, hey?
Oh yeah, I suppose. Hey girls.
I think we know this spot really, really well.
Okay,
so I think I like it.
Considering briefly hitting on the nose, the shot just promoted from Stacey Curtis. It's our sports psychologist and their fifth player, Lagon.
It's nice and fast.
Yeah.
Candace Chisholm is the alternate, and their coach is
Just bite the 4.
Bree Jedlick, who helps them with the mental side of the game.
Okay.
It's a little bit faster here than that 0, hey?
Yeah, right. So I think
that weight I gave you last time?
Yeah.
So a nice opportunity here. Final stone in 8. Jolene Campbell already has 2 in her pocket. Trying to pick up 3.
Take a quick look.
Split the T line.
Take a quick look. Lots of room.
You got to split the T line.
Right to T.
Line's great. Right on the T line.
And now the weight starts to come down. Here comes that curl. Drag it a little bit farther. Got to curl in a little bit more. And what a shot from Jolene Campbell. 3 on the board for Team Saskatchewan. Rusty approves. 7-4 after 8.
Good job. Very good. Great hand, guys.
Great shot.
Thursday, always interesting at the Scotties. Here is a look at the updated standings. A win by Team Alberta has Chelsea Carey now at 8-2. Team Canada we'll see this afternoon taking on Team Manitoba. Jennifer Jones 6-2. And Carey Anderson 5-3, and Krista McCarville picking up a win. She's at 6-3. Once again, really watching those teams with 4 losses. You cannot afford a 5th loss. And Saskatchewan, you see there on the board, coming with a 5-4 record.
Nice, Carey.
And a close one here against Newfoundland Labrador until Jolene Campbell came through with 3 in the 8th. So a little bit of a cushion, a little bit of breathing room after picking up that 3. And a 7-4 advantage over Newfoundland Labrador.
And as you say, Brian, it is really a must-win for the Saskatchewan team. They will finish tonight against Alberta. What a huge game.
Just a hair deeper than I want.
That's fine. Good pair, Ash.
So if you like to chart things, the worst that Chelsea Carey can do is 3 losses. But another one of the teams at 3 losses is Manitoba. So if Team Canada goes through undefeated with 2 losses, and Chelsea loses, and Team Canada could get 1, and if Manitoba stays with 3, because Manitoba beat Alberta, that could be your 1-2 game. So still lots of ifs and coulds and woulds. But for Alberta, very comfortable in knowing that for the weekend, they will be there.
Good, Carey. Nice set.
Perfect.
Heel. Hey.
Callan Hammond for Team Saskatchewan.
Whoa. Howie, a little bit. No, Howie, you gotta go. You gotta go. Hard, hard, hard. Hard, 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 hard. Good.
This entire Saskatchewan team, all Scotties rookies. They knocked off Stephanie Lawton 7-4 in the provincial final, went 7-1
that was good.
at provincials.
And playing very well. Adjusting very well to the pressure and making a lot of shots, feeling very much at home here in Grand Prairie.
5. Okay, line's good. 4. Go ahead. Hard line 2. Line's good. Hard line. Hard line. 3. Hard line. 3. Yeah. 3. Hard. Hard. 3. Hard. 4. Keep going, Barry.
keep going. You're almost there. Great.
Really good brush to drag it by that
Julie.
corner and just bite the 8.
Good sweeping.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
Clean.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hard. Hard ash.
Yep.
Hard, yeah.
Yep. Hard. Clean. Clean.
Fine.
Clean. Really nice. Good parent.
I
Did 2 this time, I think.
Okay, Julie. Nice throw. Ooh, nice guard here.
A lot of scoring at this year's Scotties. You look at the average there.
2.
High,
Early
two.
line.
In 2016, averaging over 12 points per game. In 2013, there was a lot of points scored in Kingston.
High. High. Like 1. Okay. Yeah. High. Girls. Yeah.
hard. Go.
Okay, whoa. Whoa for over. Whoa for over.
Whoa.
Okay.
That is a very long guard. But Jolene will not be lured into trying to play a hack or a bumper weight on that shot, even though it is certainly gettable with that kind of weight. Just keeping it very simple here with that 3-point edge.
Whoa. Easy, Callan.
Fine. Good.
Good sweeping on those, Aaron.
Back 8.
Oh, is that where we're going?
Just tapping right back.
Yeah.
Shifting gears now. You've tried the guards and protected as long as you can, and now you have to deal with their stones. A couple of choices. You could hit it on the nose, make the double to lie 2, but knows that this Saskatchewan team, the Saskatchewan Skip, loves the hit game. So this is about tapping the stones back,
Back 12.
ensuring that your shooter sticks around.
Carry them.
It's not bad. Back 12.
Whoa.
Back 12.
Whoa. Clean.
Just
Gotta
back
curl
12.
up. Carry. Carry.
Gotta curl
Yep.
up, guys. Gotta curl.
Yep. Hard carry. Hard carry. Hard. Okay, that's good.
Aaron Porter, little tap tap.
Same throw. Half a rock. Thin half.
One other game on the ice still this morning. New Brunswick, Quebec in a 4-4 tie. It is Marie-France LaRouche, the Yellowstones, and right now she's counting 3. And the final one still to come here from Sylvie Robichaud, trying to play spoiler.
As we watch the double attempt by Ashley, getting just 1 and rolling over.
Yep, Ben, yep.
And now in the house, Rebecca Atkinson calls them on.
Top work.
And she'll jam the yellow, so a steal of 1 for Team Quebec. Marie-France LaRouche, you see 4-4 record, trying to stay at 4 losses, leading by 1 after 8.
8. 8. Little bump right now. 8.
Clean.
7.
Clean.
7.
Mine's good. Yep.
Gotta go.
Line. Yes. Hard line. Hard, guys. Hard line. Gotta go. Room. Line's good. Line's
Just
good.
little bump.
Whoa,
Little bump.
whoa,
Little bump.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Little
whoa,
bump.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Good.
Good shot.
So Newfoundland Labrador doing a good job of just trying to
touches the 2.
move those reds around and try to generate something here in 9.
Hate it. Peel.
I don't think in there.
Yeah, I think just hair high.
Yeah.
Now
I
the
can
double
almost hit half.
opportunity
It's
for
probably
Jolene
okay.
off that roll that Ashley Howard made. Can pop the middle and both
Right,
yellows
it
can
touches
go.
the back when it'll go. Just a hair high is pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
We talk about Nova Scotia and how they are doing their 5-team rotation. You could argue Saskatchewan is, but kind of in a different capacity because some exciting news as Jolene Campbell is expecting.
Yes.
So she has a little one on
Playing
the way.
in their first Scotties potentially.
Yeah, right. already has 2 daughters, Stella and Nora, adding a 3rd addition. Oh, nice touch from Jolene. She's having a morning.
So good at those big weight shots and seeing angles.
Hey, it works.
Such a strong hitter, Brian.
Yeah, you cleared it easy.
Yeah.
I was freaking out to get that because I thought it would
just touch the one.
And
Yeah.
then just stay.
No different. Even on your side. Okay. Of nose is good.
Okay. Right on it. You got it. Nice throw.
So just freeze to the stone on the hearts, Kathy.
You bet.
7, 8. Biggest air on its own right now. Whoa.
And for Stacey Curtis, her 3rd appearance at the Scotties, and already with 3 wins here this week.
We're bumping about
Her best showing.
right now. Little bump.
And hoping to pick up a couple more W's before the week is over.
Bumping.
Fighting back here, though, a 9 against Saskatchewan. Maybe plan B, find a little pocket there.
You don't think that's okay to go?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Oh,
Half
yeah.
a rock. Like, it's not going to clip that.
Spin up ahead.
Oh, you want to play it this way?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Which way were you going?
I was just thinking pick it here.
Okay, that's a little nuts.
Well, yeah, I don't want to touch this one first. Right?
Yeah. I think it goes both ways. My first thought was this way.
Okay.
Same weight.
Okay.
I like it.
Like, just crotch them.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I like it.
Yellow
I like
first.
it.
It's pretty hard to play the out turn. Well, you can, but then you're slicing it through that hole, and if you ever hit it a little bit thin, could be a bit of a disaster. And so looking to hit it right in the middle, they'll lose the red stone on the right and the yellow stone on the left of the broom and leave the shooter there.
Just watch the shooter. It might spin a little bit.
This is all about making yellow go away.
Hard, Callan. Hard, Callan. Hard. Right up. Yep.
Just like that.
And Saskatchewan still lying 2.
There you go.
Yeah,
Like
good
that.
call. Yeah. Yeah, good
Sorry,
call.
I just thought we ever catch the back half
Yeah,
of that,
no.
we look like-
Yeah.
That's just...
So the double is there for 1. You could argue the blank is there, I suppose, if you wanted to go that route as well.
Yep.
Right on the nose.
Really no easy situation at this point. You take your 1, you're down 2. Coming home without.
Not your first kill of the day for sure. Not. That's a firm board every time.
Okay.
It's like she's playing it to hit it on the nose and take her single.
Carey.
7-5.
Whoa, Carey.
7-5.
Carey.
Final stone here in 9. Oh boy, she'll hit and
One red.
roll to the wings, so it is a steal of 1.
That's huge. That really
Yeah.
Saskatchewan in control as Jolene Campbell looks to keep her playoff hopes alive.
I like it when I can shoot in there.
The 2016 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is brought to you by Scotties, Sponge Towels, Purex, and Cashmere. Proud to support the Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Welcome back to Grand Prairie, Revolution Place. Thursday morning at the Scotties. And a steal of 1 and 9 for Saskatchewan and Jolene Campbell. An 8-4 advantage as Jolene and her team out of the Highland Curling Club in Regina, trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. Lead stones underway, and Saskatchewan, as you see, trying to keep it as simple as possible.
What did you do?
And there is no need for
ran out
Saskatchewan
of
to
the
put any stones in play, and that's why they've asked Ashley to go through. Ashley Williamson, I mean.
Carey Vautour gets the landing gear down and lets it go.
They're low. It should be low.
Even.
Okay, go. Yep, hard. Come on.
Okay, good.
So 2 guards up for Newfoundland Labrador, but Jolene Campbell wasting no time. You know her plan.
They are very flat, so there is no double opportunity. This is just about elimination, 1 stone at a time.
Hard. Go. Hard. Go. Atta girl.
Mission accomplished.
Same as last end, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah, halfway.
No different.
Julie Devereaux, 2nd stones for Newfoundland Labrador. Sister of Skip Stacy.
My broom. Even a little higher is okay.
We're higher.
Okay. Yep. Keep her going. Keep her going. Keep her going. Okay. Good.
Good. Yep.
Wait.
Yep.
Yep. Hard.
Hard. Yep.
Yep.
Clean. Atta girl. Really good. Guess not.
Kathy, we were talking about Saskatchewan and
Where do you
Swift
want
Current
it?
hosting the
T-line.
Yes.
Women's Worlds this year, and the winner of this championship will represent Canada on home soil. A lot of great junior players over the years at the Scotties, including this young lady, Julie Devereaux, and sister Stacy won a national junior title in 2007. And that year at Worlds, they earned silver. And you talked about big names now at the world level. They lost to Eve Muirhead that year, who was an incredible junior player in her own right.
Really not curling.
And Eve, always one of those regulars at the
Very much
World
so.
Championship.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Heel.
Yep.
Hard.
Whoa.
So Saskatchewan just continues to eliminate stones here.
Okay.
Oh, thanks.
Do you like this way? Sure. You have to go out.
And so while not ideal that Ashley hit and stuck there, there are only 4 stones remaining for Team Newfoundland and Labrador. Need to hide all 4
That's fine. Let's go.
on the paint.
Line's good.
Yeah.
Line's good.
You gotta go.
Hard.
Go.
Wait only.
5.
Gotta
Okay,
go.
go ahead. Light.
Yep, hard. Gotta be in. Hard, girls. Hard. Yep, line's perfect. Yep, line's great. Hard, good. Hard. Good.
Vautour Devereaux got to get it into that red paint, get a bit, and they will drag it in there. Top 12.
You wanna peel this one?
Sure. You get the front, you get the red. You got it.
Yep. Peel. Hard.
Hard, Callan. Yep.
Clean. Atta girl.
Ashley Howard makes the Yellowstone go away, and that is it. Handshake time as Saskatchewan running Newfoundland Labrador out of rocks. And that is a big win as Mom and Dad look on of the Howard family.
Good game.
Saskatchewan victorious, and later on tonight, they will take on Team Alberta in a must-win game. Here's your updated standings. Alberta guaranteed a spot in the playoffs. That 8-2 record. Team Canada off this morning. We'll see Jennifer Jones this afternoon taking on Team Manitoba at 5-3. Krista McCarville a winner at 6-3. Saskatchewan now, there you see, 6-4 with one game to come. And those teams with 4 losses we're watching closely on this Thursday. And you see Quebec, that 4-4 record. We'll visit them. One game remaining here at Revolution Place. They're in a close one here against Team New Brunswick. It is a 5-4 Quebec advantage. It is Sylvie Robichaud with hammer here in 10. You see Quebec, Marie-France LaRouche, those 2 yellow stones. And that is the problem right now facing Sylvie Robichaud.
Yeah, half open, I think.
Well, it is the yellow stone on the left-hand side, out counting the one at the top. And that top stone is third shot. That's the one that Sylvie is going to try to bury behind. Hoping that maybe in the process of trying to remove it, that stone is ticked out of play or ticked sideways onto that yellow stone belonging to Marie-France.
Sylvie Robichaud making
Line's
back-to-back
close, but not bad.
Scotties appearances. We saw her in Moose Jaw last year. She posted a 4-7 record.
Go then, line! Whoa! Line! Yes! Yes!
Rebecca Atkinson in the house calling line for Richard and Boyle. Drag it by that red stone. Big scrub, get it by. And that's nicely buried on the hearts for shot stone.
Very nice shot. Rebecca really saw that starting to break.
Okay.
Great brushing to get it by. And a nice result.
Parce que tu sais, je peux pas aller chercher le shot. On est d'accord? On est d'accord.
If she runs it, you can still have your draw, right?
Oui, d'accord.
Considering now the double.
Hein? Le double, hein?
Okay.
Her initial thought was to play the freeze down to that shot stone. But that is such a precise shot. She started to walk away, took a look back, and now it's playing the double.
Un peu plus.
And right after this game, Kathy, Quebec has Northern Ontario in the afternoon draw. They'll wrap things up tomorrow morning against PEI. Marie-France LaRouche needs a good one here. Run the red back. Oh, she'll miss the red stone in the hearts. And now, final stone here. And a draw for 2 and the win for Sylvie Robichaud.
That's 14-5 on
And that is a big miss for the Quebec skip, and she knows it. If Sylvie makes this shot, Quebec will drop down to 5 losses. Here we go, final stone in 10, 1 in her pocket, and a draw for the win.
Yep. Where is it? Not curling, take a look. Just for weight. T-line, girl.
Now it's on Jane Boyle and Marie Richard to guide this stone in.
You're good. Whoa. Just T.
It is a Robichaud with that draw. Lovely weight, right on the hearts, 2 on the board, and a win for Team New Brunswick.
Good game. Good game.
6-5 your final score.
Good game.
And Quebec drops to loss number 5.
The 2016 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is brought to you by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for more than 20 years. And by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada.
Here is your updated standings. Alberta still on top at 8-2. Chelsea Carey guaranteed a playoff spot. We'll see Team Canada this afternoon, 6-2 record. Northern Ontario winners this morning, 6-3. Manitoba takes on Team Canada. They're 5-3. Saskatchewan 6-4. And Ontario with 4 losses. PEI 4 losses. We're watching those teams very closely as the round robin slowly comes to an end. We got a great one this afternoon on TSN 3. It is Northern Ontario. Krista McCarville taking on Quebec. That's actually loss number 5 for Quebec. And Manitoba, Canada. You can watch that one. TSN 1. Both those teams gutting for a playoff spot. We'll see you once again later on today at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time as our coverage continues. Multi-sheet coverage right here on TSN. On behalf of Kathy Gochi, myself, and our entire crew, we are getting closer to championship weekend as we'll give out that Scotties title on Sunday. More from Grand Prairie coming up this afternoon. We'll see you then.